Ready.
Recording? Alright, I'm going to start my pre-trip inspection. First things first, my seatbelt. It latched properly. It's not ripped, damaged, or frayed, and it's properly bolted to my bus. Okay, I have my 6 extra fuses. I have my ABC fire extinguisher fully charged, properly mounted to my bus. I have my 3 reflector triangles inside the box, and I have my first aid kit properly mounted to the bus as well. At this point, I'm going to safe start my bus. For my safe start, I'm making sure my bus is in neutral, parking brake is set, and start the engine. My ABS light came on and off, indicating it's working properly. And at this point, I'm going to build my air pressure by accelerating so I can build it faster. My governor cut off. My air pressure is now back to normal, between 120 to 140 psi. My oil pressure gauge is at normal operating range and no warning lights. My temperature gauge is at normal operating range, no warning lights. My battery gauge or my voltmeter is between 12 to 14, and it indicates that it's charging. My alternator is charging properly. And my primary and secondary air pressure gauge is at normal between 120 to 140 psi. Okay. My crossover mirrors are clean and clear, not cracked, not broken, no illegal stickers or obstructions, and they're adjust to drive. My side view mirrors are clean and clear, not cracked, not broken, no illegal stickers or obstructions, and they're adjust to drive as well. You can see the front and the back of my bus. My front windshield, clean and clear, not cracked, not broken, no illegal stickers, no obstructions. My passenger mirror, clean and clear, not cracked, not broken, no illegal stickers, no obstructions either. Okay, over here, I got my driver dumb lights. They're all working properly, none missing, none cracked, and they're in good working order. My air horn, it's in good working order. Okay, my electric horn is working properly. My first click is my clearance lights. My second click is my headlights. Okay, my left turn signal is working properly, and my right turn signal indicator is working properly. My four-way flashes are working properly. My high beams are working properly. My windshield washer fluid working correctly. My wipers, they have the proper tension, they're not dry rotted, and they're operating smoothly. Okay, my bus is in neutral, my parking brake is set. Okay, my door opens properly from the inside, no obstructions, it closes, and it's secure. My handrails are properly mounted to the bus, and there's no missing screws or parts. My door entrance, or my steps, right? They're clean and clear, free of any debris or any obstructions. My front, my passenger mirror. My passenger mirror is clean and clear, not cracked or broken, no illegal stickers, no obstructions, and is adjust to drive. Okay? At this point, you look around just in case you miss something, you can always go back to it. Okay? I think I cover everything. Let me just go back over there now. Okay? My hallway is clean and clear, and there's no obstructions. All my windows are present, none missing, none cracked. They're not cracked or broken, and they're in good condition. Now from here, right here, you turn. My seats and my seat frames are properly bolted to the floor. There's no missing nuts and bolts. They're not cracked or broken. My seat belts, they latch properly, and they're not ripped, damaged, or frayed. Okay? My seats, my sit frames are properly bolted to the floor, not cracked or broken. My seat belts latch properly, not ripped, damaged, or frayed. You must mention every seat.
Every single seat.
You make sure you do
every single seat.
Every single seat.
Okay.
Right? My emergency exit window opens properly from the inside. No obstructions. The alarm is working. Closes, and it's secure. Okay, my emergency exit window opens properly from the inside as well. No obstructions. The alarm is working. Closes, and it's secure. Seats properly bolted. I cracked the rail open, blah blah blah. Now we come over here. This is called my lift gate.
Okay.
My lift gate is properly bolted and secure. No missing bolts or parts. My door is secure, is in the lock position. And my hydraulic system is properly mounted and there's no leaks. Okay? Over here, my emergency exit door opens properly from the inside. No obstructions, the alarm is working. Closes, and it's secure. Okay? On the way back, my emergency exit hatch opens properly from the inside. No obstructions, the alarm is working, closes, and it's secure. Now we come back over here. Even though we're gonna sit here for a couple seconds, we always put the seatbelt.
Right.
Okay, put my seatbelt on. My air pressure has been back to normal between 120 to 140 psi. At this point, I'm gonna perform my air brake test. But before, I gotta go chock my wheels. Take the seatbelt off, open the door, turn off the engine, and you must take the key with you.
Okay.
You must take the key with you. You take both of them. One in the front, one in the back. Okay. Put the seatbelt back on. Close the door. And now you tell them, at this point, I'm going to perform my air brake test. For my air brake test, I'm going to put the key in the run position and release my parking brake as I'm holding the service brake. Once I do that, you tell them at this point I'm going to perform my apply or my air leak test. I'm going to hold the brake for 1 minute and I should not lose more than 3 psi's in 1 minute.
Okay.
Starting now. After the minute, you let go of the brake and you tell you, I did not lose more than 3 psi's in 1 minute. Now I'm going to test my low pressure signal light and buzzer. I'm going to fan off the brakes. My low pressure signal light and buzzer should activate before we reach 60 psi. Starting now. My low pressure signal buzzer are working and my wick wag is working properly. They both activate before 60 psi's. At this point, I'm going to keep fanning off the brakes and I'm going to test my parking brake. My parking brake should pop out between 20 to 40 psi. Starting now. Okay, my parking brake popped out between 20 to 40 psi. It's working properly. At this point, I'm going to perform another safe start. I'm going to make sure my buzzers are neutral, my parking brake is on, and start the engine. At this point, I'm going to accelerate so I can build my air pressure faster. Governor cut off. My air pressure is now back to normal between 120 to 140 psi. At this point, I'm going to test my parking brake. But first, I'm going to go get the wheel tracks. Turn off the engine, open the key door, and take the keys with you every time you step outside. seatbelt back on. Close the door. Start the engine. Now put the bus in drive. Release the brake. Leave the brake on. And you put the bus in drive, leave the brake on, and you want to make sure the bus is not moving. My bus did not move, my parking brake is working properly. Now I'm going to release the parking brake. I'm going to move about 5 to 10 feet, and I'm going to test my service brake. My service brake is working properly. My truck did not pull to the right or to the left. Secure the bus. And now you ask, can I do my outside inspection? Look around one more time just in case you miss something. You go back to it, and then you ask, can I do my outside inspection? If they say yes, make sure you turn it off, open the door, and take the key with you.
My clearance lights, they're not cracked, they're not damaged, proper color amber, and they're working properly. My mirrors on both sides, clean and clear, not cracked, not damaged, properly mounted, no missing nuts or bolts. My four-way flashers.
You're shaking too much.
What? My four-way flashers on both sides, clean and clear, not cracked, not damaged, proper color amber, and they're working properly. And they're also my signal lights on both sides. My headlights, proper color white, not cracked, not damaged, clean and clear, and they're working properly on both sides. Now we're going to my engine compartment.
Oh. No front. No.
Engine inspection for bus. My coolant reservoir, not cracked, not damaged, not leaking. My cap securely tight. I have enough fluid above the outline. My hoses, no cut, no damage, no leaks. My alternator, belt driven, properly mounted, secured to my engine. My belt 3/4 inches plate in the center. My belt not cut, ripped or frayed, is in good condition. Ooh. My water pump, you follow the hose, is belt driven, properly mounted, secured to my engine. It's not cracked, it's not damaged, it's not leaking. My hose to my water pump, no cut, no damage, no leaks. And my belt has 3/4 inches of play, and my belt's not cut, ripped or frayed on my water pump. Let's go to the other side.
There you go. No?
Power steering reservoir, not cracked, not damaged, not leaking. Enough fluid above the outline. Cap securely tight. My hoses, no cut, no damage, no leaks. My reservoir secured to my frame, no missing nuts or bolts. My oil level dipstick is to check my oil. The way I do that, take it out, wipe it down, put it back in, take it out, make sure I have enough oil above the outline. My air compressor back here, it is gear driven. It's properly mounted, secured to my engine. It's not cracked, damaged, or leaking. My power steering pump, you follow the hose, this hose right here, it is also gear driven, and it's properly mounted and secure to my engine. It's not cracked, damaged, or leaking. My hoses to my power steering pump, it's not cut, no damage, no leaks. Okay, my power steering gearbox, not cracked, not damaged, not leaking, secure to my frame, no missing nuts or bolts. My 3-piece steering linkage, my pitman arm, my drag link, my steering knuckle, secure with castle nuts and cotter keys. They're not loose, they're not bent, they're not damaged, no legal welds, they're all in good condition. My leaf spring mount is properly secured to my frame, no missing nuts or bolts, with the bushing inside. My leaf spring, no damage, no shifted, no missing, good condition, secure with U-bolts and spacers. My U-bolt, not bent, not loose, no missing nuts. My axle, no illegal welds, not cracked, not damaged, good condition. My tie rod, not bent, not loose, secure with castle nuts and cotter keys to my lower control arm. My shock absorber, properly mounted secured to my frame, not cracked, not damaged, not leaking, good condition. My brake chambers, not dented, not missing, not leaking, properly mounted. My holes for my brake chambers, not cracked, damaged, or leaking. My slack adjuster and push rod, 1 inch of play with the brake released, secure with pins and cotter keys. They're not loose, they're not bent, they're in good condition. My brake drum, free of contamination, such as dirt, oil, or grease, not cracked, not damaged, in good condition. My brake pads have more than 1/4 inch of brake material, free of contamination, not missing, good condition. My tire, inside and outside wall of my tire, no cuts, no bumps, no abrasions. Top of my tire, evenly worn, evenly grooved, 432 depth thread. This tire 100 psi. This tire no mismatch, no recap. My tire sitting on my rim with no gap. My rim, no repairs, no legal welds, not cracked, not damaged, good condition. My lug nuts, no rust trails, no shiny threads indicating looseness. They're all tight. My hub seal, not cracked, not damaged, not leaking, secure with nuts and bolts. My valve stem, secure with the cap, not damaged, not missing, not leaking. This is to put air in my tire, and this is to check my tire pressure, and I checked that with a pressure gauge. I'm finished with my outside inspection from my bus. This is Form A.
And my brake hose are not ripped, damaged, or broken. I can't see or hear any air leaks. My ABS sensor or wire, there's no exposed wires, no illegal black tape, and it's not corroded. My brake chamber is not cracked, not bent, no leaks. I can't see or hear any air leaks. My push rod and slack adjusters, they're both properly mounted with the proper cotter pins. My brake drum, not cracked, not broken. And there's no contamination such as oil, grease, or ice. My brake lining is not dangerously worn thin. There's no contaminants such as oil, grease, ice, no missing screws, and I should have at least 1/4 of brake pad material. My inside and outside part of my rim, not cracked, not bent, no illegal welds. My inside part of my tire, there's no cuts, no bubbles, no bumps. My front tire, these front tires, they're evenly worn. There's no mixed matching tires. These tires cannot be recaps. This gotta be at least 430 seconds. I would a tire depth, and I will test that with a tire depth gauge. These tires gotta be at least 100 psi. I will test that with an air pressure gauge. Okay. My outer part of my tire, no cuts, no bumps, no bubbles. There's no gap of space between my rim and my tire. It's in good condition. All my lug nuts are on tight. There's no missing lug nuts, and there's no rust trails or shiny threads indicating looseness. My hub seal, not cracked, not broken, no missing nuts and bolts, and there's no grease or leaks coming out of it. My air valve, not cracked, not bent, not damaged, and no leaks, and the cap is pressing, not missing. Oh, you want me to do the whole engine?
Yeah, this one, yeah.
No, I'm doing this one. That's the screws. Okay. All my windows are pressing, none missing, none cracked. No illegal stickers or obstructions. My mirror bracket is properly bolted to the bus. No missing nuts and bolts or loose fittings. Like I said, from the inside. Not cracked, not broken, no illegal stickers or obstructions. Battery compartment. Opens properly from the inside. All my batteries are in good condition. They're properly connected. There's no missing cell caps, no leaks. and there's no exposed wires or corrosion. Okay. Door closed properly from the inside as well. I got 2 clearance lights on top. They're amber on the front, color red in the back. They're properly mounted to my bus, not cracked, not broken, and they're in good condition. My signal light or 4-way flashes properly mounted to the bus, not cracked, not broken, and it's in good condition. I got 2 reflector lights on the bottom. They're amber in the middle, red in the back. They're properly mounted and secured. They're not cracked or broken. Now we go under the vehicle. My floor is not cracked, not broken, no holes. My cross members are not cracked, not bent, no illegal welds. My floor is actually strong enough to hold cargo. The frame is not cracked, not bent, no illegal welds. Okay? My exhaust system or muffler properly mounted to the frame. It's not cracked or broken. There's no leaks, and there's no rust trails or carbon soot. Okay? And then from there, you mentioned your drive shaft. My drive shaft is not cracked, not bent, no illegal welds, and it's properly connected to my universal couplings. My universal couplings are properly greased. They're not worn. There's no debris, and then they're in good condition. Remember, you can't really see that much from here, so you must know it by heart. You should know it, okay? From here, okay? When we talk about these tires, these tires gotta be at least 2/32. I will test that with a tire depth gauge, and these tires gotta be at least 90 psi. I will test that with an air pressure gauge. These tires are evenly worn. There's no mismatching tires, and there's good separation between tires. There's nothing stuck in between it or no debris. My outside part of my tire, there's no cuts, no bumps, no bubbles, and it's properly sitting on the rim. There's no gap or space between my rim and my tire. My rim itself is not cracked, not broken, no illegal welds. All my lug nuts are untight. There's no rust trails or shiny threads indicating looseness. My axle seals not cracked, not broken, and there's no grease or leaks coming out of it. Okay. Well, from here, like I said, my muff flaps are properly mounted to the bus, and they have sufficient clearance from the floor. Now from here, we're gonna mention all these parts by heart, because you can't see them. So we start first with the suspension system. My front and rear leaf spring mounts. They're properly mounted to the frame, not cracked, not broken, no illegal welds, and there's no missing nuts and bolts. The bushings and the insides are not worn, damaged, or missing. And then from there, you talk about the leaf springs. The leaf springs are not cracked, broken, or shifted, and they're properly mounted to the axle with U-bolts and spacers. Okay? My axle or differential axle is not cracked, not bent, no illegal welds, and there's no hydraulic fluid, no leaks. I meant to say. Now from there, you mentioned your airbags. My upper plate and lower plate are properly mounted and secured. They're not cracked, not broken. My airbag itself, I can't see or hear any air leaks. It's in good condition. Okay. Now from there, now we go to the brake system. What's on my brake system? My brake hose, not ripped, damaged, broken. I can't see or hear any air leaks. My ABS wire, not ripped, not broken, no illegal black tape or corrosion. Now from there, we go to the brake chamber. My brake chamber, not cracked, not dented, no leaks. My push rod and slack adjusters, they're properly mounted and secure with the proper cotter pins. And on my slack adjuster, I shouldn't have more than 1 inch of play when the brakes are released. I don't know if I said that on the front, so keep that in mind. On the slack adjusters, I shouldn't have more than 1 inch of play when the brakes are released. Okay. Now from here, we mentioned our brake drum. My brake drum is not cracked, not bent, no illegal welds, and there's no contamination such as oil, grease, or ice. no missing screws or parts. My brake lining, they're not dangerously worn thin. There's no missing. Preguntale a los muchachos, ya están ahí contigo. They're not even dangerously worn thin, and there's no contamination such as oil, grease, or ice. On my brake lining, I should have at least 1/4 of brake pad material. My inside part of my rim, not cracked, not broken, no illegal welds. And my inside part of my tire, no cuts, no bumps, no bubbles. That's about it. Like I mentioned, keep that in mind. That you gotta know that by heart.
Okay.
Now my fuel tank is properly mounted to the frame, not cracked, not dent, no leaks. My fuel sensor, there's no exposed wires, no illegal black tape, it's not corroded. My fuel line is not very damaged or leaking or leaks. My fuel tank, my fuel cap is tight, no leaks. Start top to bottom. My 3 clearance lights on top, the color red, they're properly mounted and secure, in good condition, not cracked or broken. Okay, my windows are clean and clear, not cracked, not broken, no illegal stickers or obstructions. My door opens properly from the inside, from the outside. There's no obstructions. The alarm is not working because I got the key in my pocket. My door hinges are properly mounted to the bus, no missing screws or parts, and my seals must be intact. My rubber seal is not cracked, my weather stripping, not cracked, not ripped, not damaged, is in good condition. My door closes properly from the inside, and it's secure. My signal lights and 4-way flashes, they're color red, they're not cracked, broken, or damaged, they're in good condition. My brake lights are color red as well, they're not cracked or broken, no illegal they're properly mounted and secure, they color red, not cracked, not broken, and they're in good condition, they're in good working order. My reverse lights are color clear, not cracked, not broken, they're in good condition. It's on my brake lights as well, color red, properly mounted and secure, not cracked, not broken, and they're in good working order as well. These are reverse lights, the same explanation, and these are my reflector lights. Make sure you use the same explanation as well. My bumper is not cracked, not bent, no illegal welds. Okay. At this point, they could ask you, what's the difference between the right side and the left side? On the right side, I have my passenger door and exhaust system. On my left side, I have my battery compartment and fuel tank. Now my liftgate door is secure, it's in the lock position. Signal light is working properly, amber color, not cracked or broken. My passenger door, not cracked, not broken, no illegal stickers or obstructions, and my weather stripping is in good condition. This will prevent any fumes to get inside my bus. Alright? You can cut it.